do it.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. Good morning from YPN. I am Jen with Cardinal, and I am the chair or vice chair of YPN. Danielle couldn't make it with us today, but we have Marcus Laskowski with us. He's also with Metro YPN, and he is going to talk to us all about marketing on Facebook. This is a Smarty Pants Tech Edition, so get your pens and paper ready, take some notes. This is also being recorded, so if you want to rewatch it later or share it, we'll be able to do that also. So thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us all today. Today we are going to talk about Facebook advertising. It's a relatively cheap way to get in front of your current clients, your sphere, and those leads that you have, depending on what company you work with. You might be able to funnel those into Facebook. And it's a really easy way, and again, a really cheap way to stay in front of people. Does everybody here have a business Facebook page? Luke does. Diana does. Hope do you. Perfect. And Jan, you do. Perfect. So in order to do this, you do need a business page. Couple tips and tricks is you do need to turn on dual face authentication. So you just have to do it once, and then it'll allow you to do it because they actually just changed that this past weekend. So if you do jump in and you're like, hey, I can't submit ads, that's usually probably why. So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm just gonna show you and walk you through how to properly do this. And we can kind of go from there. All right. So what you'll want to do is you want to go to Google and you'll want to go to Facebook Business Suite. You can get there from the actual business or from your Facebook page. It's just really complicated. So rather you just go to Facebook Business Suite. And it'll bring you to a page like this. And it's going to show you all your analytics and the whole back end of things of your business page. So as you can see, like Taya has mentioned me in her story 16 minutes ago. Somebody sent me a message, in the last week. So you can see a whole lot of stuff. You can see recent posts that you have had and see how they are being reached. Facebook analytics and Facebook back end of things have really turned down your reach to your business page. Even if you are posting a lot or commenting a lot through your business, you're not going to reach a lot of people unless, if you look at this one right here, I've got 362 people reached. I literally shared that this morning, which it was posted on the 12th. I had like 10 people that viewed it. And now just this morning, there's now 362 people. So make sure if you're going to post your business page and you want more engagement, more people reached, share it to your personal. All right. On the left-hand side here, looking at recent posts, you can use these as advertisements if you want them to. But I need you to focus on your message. What are you trying to get across? And that's where advertising becomes really, really fun. And just play around with it. Spend, a couple $100 to figure out what you want your message to be. On the left-hand side here, you will see your little scroll bar. Where you'll want to go is more tools. And it's going to open up this other page. It's called Ad Manager. All right, so click on Ad Manager. It's going to bring you to a whole new page. And this is where it's going to get you to campaigns of the fun part of where we get to get in front of more people. Okay. So as you can see here, I've got 3 different campaigns here that I have already. I'm going to show you one that's just pretty basic, and it's just website reviews. So I clicked on it. It's going to bring you into a little bit more analytics. You're going to click on it a few times just to get into the main portion of it, which is all the editing that we can do. You can change the ad name so you can see it. You can say, do you want it from one, if you have multiple different businesses, you can change what business page you want it. you can link it to your Instagram page, which is really cool. Looking down here, looking at format, this ad that I have right here is just trying to show people that I do good work and trying to get people to reach out to me because I've got 5-star reviews. So I threw in a couple different reviews from past clients of mine and created what's called a carousel. So you can do videos with this, you can do just images, you can do a single video or a single image as well. And I just, like I said, just play around with this. What I'm about to show you, you're not gonna have right away until you do spend about $100 with Facebook. Once you spend about $100, they turn on the feature that I'm about to show you, which is where things get a whole lot cheaper, and then you get to be in front of your select sphere or who you want to be advertising to. So looking at your, where to go here? I might have to go back one. Right here. So on the left-hand side, you can go to, what's this called? Ad set name. In here, you create your budget and then you pick your audience, okay? For those that obviously were in real estate, you have to, take off all restrictions on it because we are talking about selling houses. We're talking about money. Facebook has a really big, huge no-no on what we can't discriminate towards anybody whatsoever. Small caveat to that is, again, what I'm about to show you. So right here on the right-hand side, we're going to click Create New, and you can see special ad audience or custom audience. And the one I want to show you is custom audience. I've been using this for probably about the last year, and I hear from my clients, oh my gosh, you are literally everywhere. And it's really cheap. Looking at your audience source, this one right here, that's customer list, you will not get access to until you spend about $100 or so, or you have multiple different campaigns that you've been playing with. Otherwise, like realtors, if you have, from your website leads, you can upload them right from your website. I believe you have to link it that way, but what I want to show you is through Excel. So I create a customer list, you hit next, and then you can import everything. So what this is telling you right here is you can import from these, it's going to give you download a file template, and then you can import all your people from there. I already have everybody exported to an Excel spreadsheet. And as it says here, it needs to be a CSV or a text file. So it could be like a Word document that's converted to text. CSV is the easiest. And then it says down here, you must have at least one main identifier. So email, phone number, Facebook app user ID, first name, last name. To include more, you can include, obviously you can see here, include more identifiers of city, state, zip code, date of birth, year of birth, age, gender, right? So when you click next, it's going to say, okay, do you want to constantly be retargeting these people? And if they do see it, it'll let you know right here. I personally don't care if they see it or don't, or if it tells me, so I'm just going to say no. So right here, this is where we get to upload our list. All right. I'm going to walk back through this here with you guys as well, but here's a list that I have. You can see it. So I sponsor the Keller Williams Young Professional Network out of the Twin Cities, and I have 50 people, well, 49 people that are in the group that I have their first name, last name, email, phone number. So all I did was click save as, and then right here, you can change to whatever you want. So as I mentioned, you can put it as a text, TXT, or a CSV, and that's the one that's the most easiest. And then you just click save. So obviously I already have one saved for this presentation. And I just closed it. you're going to upload this file. So you're going to find where you put that. So mine's right here. You're going to click open, and it's going to put it in right there. You're going to name your audience. So that way you know, hey, have I marketed to these people in the past? Have I already uploaded them? Yes or no? Looking at this, it's going to tell you, hey, what we gathered right from your email or from the headers is, hey, we have email addresses and phone numbers, because it shows right here it's mapped. Right here it says action needed. So I have 4 different headers, and because I didn't write first name, I just put name. I need to recategorize these as first name and last name. As you can see, there's no more action needed items, and now it's back to mapped. Now I've got 4 separate mapped items. So this is going to allow Facebook to go find these 49 people based off of these certain criteria and make sure that I'm advertising to the right people. So the more information you have, the better you're going to be advertising to the people that you want to. So now it's going to upload. It shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, and then I'll do a confirmation as well. So there we go. Literally, what was that? 15 seconds. Now you get to create your ad. So this is where, if you have already put in the legwork and now you're just advertising to it, you click done. You've already done in your spending amount. It's going to post your campaign, which is really cool. So like for mine, I did like $500, and it'll probably get me through the end of the year if I wanted to, and they're gonna see this advertisement at least once a day, as long as they're on Facebook. So all I have to do right here is click publish, and we're all set. So I know I went through like an insane amount of information really quickly. The big part that I want you guys to take away from this is, how do we get in front of our people more? Figure out what you want your advertisement to be, and let's just advertise to those people. If you advertise to the masses, you're throwing your money right out the window. Nobody's going to click on it unless they know who you are. And it's more for brand recognition. It is not to get the leads. It's not to, find new people off of Facebook. It's more to just stay in front of the people that you already know. Questions? Anybody want to walk through it together?
Looks like Jeff has a question. He said, sorry, is this for biz or personal Facebook page?
This is business Facebook page.
Marcus, can you hear me?
Yep.
Do you have to go through your compliance department and such becomes your business Facebook page?
No. Do I have compliance? Yes. But if I'm just advertising to a select group, usually I don't have to do that. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where you get your compliance team involved and say, hey, I want to advertise to, my sphere or your past database, and find out exactly what you're allowed to say. And then they will literally create something for you if you want it to. So like for myself, my business goes off of divorce attorneys, probate attorneys, financial advisors, realtors, and businesses. My goal is to have a new campaign for every single one of those, but I'm working with my creative and compliance team to make sure that they look pretty. And I'm saying the right things in the description, because you only get so many words. So I'm trying to make something look pretty as far as my carousel. How do I have something related to, businesses that say, hey, I can give you X, Y, Z. Divorce attorneys, hey, how do I work with divorce attorneys? And then past clients, how do we set up a different campaign for those clients? Hey, should we look at refinancing? You want to do if you're talking to, if you've downloaded a list off of, for the realtors, if you've downloaded a list off of the I think it's Realist. You can download your neighborhood. You can download their first names, last names, phone numbers, and emails from I believe it's Realist. Is that correct, Jen? Is that the site? Yeah, and say, I know there's a way to do it. So you want to market to just your neighborhood. You go grab this list and you say, hey, as your neighborhood real estate agent, I'd love to provide you a CMA. Let's see what the equity of your house is. And now you just do it for, I mean, I think the last advertisement I ran was 4 months and I spent $400, so $100 a month. I mean, that's pennies in the grand scheme of things when we could get 5, 6, 10 clients that we're just in front of. The stuff takes time, like everything. I have, I don't know, probably 10 refinances from people that said, man, I just saw you everywhere in my email drip and Facebook, Instagram. It posts to like 12 different sites all over social media to stay in front of them.
Question for you, Marcus. Have you seen a difference, or have you tried doing some A/B testing in terms of using a video content format for your ad versus a image? And if so, which has been more successful?
So right now, what I'm playing with is single image versus the carousel. Me being the perfectionist, I should just shoot it and shoot the video and just do it. But I haven't done video yet for advertising yet. It is my next to-do list. In about the next 90 days, I will get working on that. So I'll let you know.
And just in case people don't, can you go into an explanation of what carousel advertisements are?
So if you look at, let's just move this here. So here on the right, it's going to show you 13 different placements. I'm just going to make this a little larger if it lets me. So oh, it's not letting me scroll down. Okay, so right here, this is a carousel. So like instead of just having one single image, it's going to cycle through several different images as they see it more and more. So if you're on Facebook and you scroll the first time through my ad, you'll see this one. If you scroll past my ad again, it's going to go to the next one. And you can obviously scroll through, and then the very end of it is going to show you like my webpage, so you can go directly to it. And you can do all sorts of fun stuff to this. You can do different hooks. You can do, let me see, review. See if I can't show you. Oh, here we go. So for instance, right, client reviews rock is just what we had put, contact us. Something simple. You can change this button to, I think, 15 different items. So it's like, you know, email us, call us, text us, contact us, you know, you can put it to a website, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, we could talk for 3 hours on what you could do next just through this button. You can do this so it goes to Facebook Messenger, and then you can pilot, you know, your top questions. Hey, I want a CMA. I want to sell my house. I want to purchase a house. Are you available? You can literally create hot buttons. And when they click the hot buttons, you can have an auto response to whatever that answer is to that question that you have already put in place. Or you can just leave it open and then you can respond. So right here, you can see the carousel and a little bit larger. They all say the same thing. You know, I have done amazing things for my clients or helped them out. You know, this one was from a business partner. I work with them regularly in insurance. So this one particularly I put up there. So hopefully other insurance agents want to work with me rather than whoever they're working with. Let me go to, so like right here, you know, you can schedule it. or you can, you can say, hey, I want to start this at this point. Or you can say, hey, there's no end date. I just want you to spend $500. When the $500 is over, it's done. Facebook will charge you in $75 increments to make sure that you're not blasting out just a whole bunch of content and then getting a huge bill at the end of it. Go ahead.
Question about
Yeah.
setting budgets. What would you say is a good kind of like getting started? If someone's looking to kind of just try it out for a period of time and see if it's being successful?
Honestly, $500. I've done several campaigns where they're just $50 here, $50 there. It gets good reach. A lot of people see it, but I don't get a lot of questions because it ends too soon. Facebook advertising is very much the long game. Again, like anything that we do, if you throw $500 at it and it's good, you set an end date of 6 months, you're going to get a lot more people seeing that over 6 months rather than $50. So see if we can do it that way. You can go into, different audiences if you just want to, again, throw money at it and just play around with it and just choose whatever audience you want. Again, for us in real estate, this is pretty restricted. You can choose what placement you want. So like, let's say you are not on YouTube. You could say, hey, don't put me on YouTube. Or if you're not on Instagram, you could say, hey, I don't want you to post on Instagram. I'm not there. That's not where my clients are. For me, I'm kind of everywhere. So I just say, put it on, automatic placements. If they can find the clients, I want them to post it there. I'm going to see if I can go into the message portion of it here. I'm going to take a step back. So that call to action here. So like us is contact us. You can put no button, apply now, book now, contact us, download more information, get quote, get show times, learn more. If you reach out to Facebook, you can potentially get this updated. I know they're working on that. Just from the emails that I'm emailing them back and forth, I think contact us is the easiest. And then it does track everything. So this is diving into marketing even more. There's a thing called Pixel for Facebook business page. If you have a vanity page that you send your clients to, you can put in HTML, like coding on that web page. So anybody that goes to your web page, it's going to track their information and it's going to give it to you. And you can put your pixel in here and say, hey, anybody who comes to my web page, I want you to re-advertise to them. Again, when you're re-advertising to people that you already know, your cost becomes insanely cheap. I think it's like a penny a person that I have on my list. If you just go to the masses, I did this one just the masses so I could show you some analytics on it. Let me go there. If I can find it. This is why it might not allow me to show it. Fortunately, it's not going to allow me to show real-time stuff at the moment, unfortunately. But for this one, for this Google review, I just threw it out for the masses to show you guys. I was hoping to show you what it would cost. but each time somebody views it, it's like 25 cents. So it's incredibly expensive. I shouldn't say incredibly, but, oh, I have the campaign shut off. That's why it's not going to show you. I didn't want to mess anything up while going through this. So you can literally come to your ad manager and have 10, 15, 30 different campaigns going all at once. So like this one that we're working on right now is called Realtors. This is just for that Keller Williams one. There's Realtors I know. I have about 2,000 Realtors in there that I'm working on getting in front of. Not that I know all of them. I don't know probably 98% of them, but they're in Minnesota and they all do more than 8 transactions a year. So I want to get in front of them some way, shape, or form. The goal is not to put this out there and they magically come to you. It's literally brand recognition. When you are everywhere, they're going to see you 7, 10, 15 times. Now you're top of mind. Now, when you call them, oh yeah, I saw you on Facebook. I saw you on Instagram. I saw you on YouTube. I saw you on Marketplace. I saw you on Google. This is the fun of where this becomes interesting is, oh, you are everywhere. So what kind of questions do we have around this?
If you do have a question, just feel free to unmute yourself.
It's a lot, isn't it? Diana, any questions?
Oh, I'd have more questions than you could answer today.
Let's start.
But I have to get in there and just start playing with it and figure out what's going on. Yeah.
And if you want, let's set, a half hour. Let's just do a Zoom meeting where we can share our screens one-on-one. If you want to dive in, let's do that. Hope for you as well. Jeff, you want to see it? Let's do it. Jen, Luke, I think you already know how to do this, but it's something very simple. I shouldn't say very simple. Once you get in there and play around with it, you're like, oh, it's pretty easy. It's just, what do you say? What are you trying to come across? How do we make it look semi-pretty and not just thrown together? Because it is an advertisement. People can share it through Messenger. Once you do get your message perfected or however you feel comfortable, and you start advertising to those people, again, they're going to see you everywhere, and it does cost money, so you're going to want to get it right. Jen, you're muted.
I also think Marcus is right when he says, you just got to get in there and play around with it and get a good comfort level for it. And I know he also mentioned a couple times that because of the business we're in, we have to be careful on, who we're targeting. And I think Facebook, correct me if I'm wrong, they will need to approve the ads before they'll post them. And if they feel that you are possibly, advertising in a way that they don't feel meets fair housing, then they will point that out to you, right, Marcus?
Correct. Yeah, I can't say, hey, I will discount my rates in half. I can't say that. I can't say, hey, I'm a discount lender, but I can say, hey, I'm here to help you. I can say, hey, I'm your neighborhood loan officer. Stuff like that I can say. When you go to the masses, when you're just boosting a post or advertising and spending a lot more money than what you would doing what I just showed you, you will see you throw $100 at your first advertisement and it's going to go very quickly. I bet less than a week you'll spend $100, if not faster than that. When you go to retargeting, that $100 will go a lot further.
And you also have to be careful on who you're targeting, right? I mean, when you go through and you're picking your demographics, Facebook will also flag it if they feel that you are, discriminating against certain, age groups or, income and all that kind of stuff.
That's just if you're doing for like your first advertisement. If you're retargeting, that kind of goes away because you're just going towards your specific people that they've already requested information from you some way, shape, or form. They've been to your webpage. So now it's just retargeting. It kind of eliminates some of that, but because you're just retargeting to those people, it's a little less restricted. Again, and then it's a lot cheaper. So for myself, I have, a handful of people that are pre-approved. I take all their information, put it into an Excel spreadsheet, put it into Facebook. I don't even have to be friends with them, but I just uploaded it to Facebook, and now I'm advertising to them as, hey, here's how you reach me. Call my team. Here's my phone number. Let's look at things. There's a lot of different things that you can tailor it. How do we keep those people in mind? Or past clients. How do we stay in front of our past clients? Or appreciation events. It's an easy way to get in front of people if you're trying to do an appreciation event. So, Hope, any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
If you guys want to set a meeting with me to discuss more about this, my email is teammarcus. So TEAMMARCUS at myccmortgage. And yes, Luke, I do have 2 emails. They go to the same thing. So it's at myccmortgage.com.
And then how long will this video be online for people to view, Luke?
So this should be up about a week from today, is usually when we're able to get these back up and running. And then it'll just stay up permanently. It's not going to get taken down.
Sweet.
Granted, some of the information might be outdated in like a year to 2 years because Facebook consistently updates things. But outside of that, yeah, it's not going to get taken down anytime soon.
I had like a screenshot of everything that I've had for the last 3 months of doing this on the most recent update. And as of this weekend, they redid it. So I do have a slideshow coming that I will send you, but everything's completely redifferent. So it's a lot more time consuming to do that. But I will show you guys how to go from your regular personal page to get all the way to where I showed you. But business suites or ad manager is where you want to be.
Follow us in our Facebook group. We do have a summer outing coming up at the end of summer that we're really excited about because it'll be in person. So I hope to see you all there. And thanks for joining us, everybody.